What if I told you your car's biggest problems? Transmission issues, check engine lights, rough idle could all be fixed for free. No tools, no shop, no bill. Just 20 reset tricks mechanics hope you never find out about. These tricks can prevent thousands in repair costs, and most take less than a minute. And the last one, it can erase every warning light on your dash and revive your car like new. Let's start with the master reset that mechanics use but never tell you about. At number 20, battery disconnect reset. The ultimate nuclear option. The battery disconnect reset is one of the most powerful tricks in this entire list. It gives your car a complete fresh start. Just disconnect the negative battery terminal for 15 minutes, then reconnect it. That's it. This simple move clears the engine control unit or ECU, the transmission control module or TCM, the body control module or BCM, and every other major system in your car. It forces all those computers to forget glitches and relearn from scratch. You might notice slightly different shifting or idle for the first 50 miles as the system adjusts to your driving style. But the payoff, it fixes rough idle, stalling, random warning lights, and weird shifting problems that would normally cost you hundreds. This reset works on almost every car made after 1996, and it costs you nothing but 15 minutes of your time. No tools, no scanner, just one cable and a little patience. But what if you need something more surgical than wiping everything clean? At number 19, throttle body reset. Fix rough idle in 60 seconds. Modern cars learn your throttle patterns through the throttle position sensor, or TPS, and this learning can get corrupted, causing rough idle and poor throttle response. Here's the fix. Turn the key to on without starting the engine. Press the gas pedal to the floor and hold for 10 seconds. Release and turn off the key. Wait 10 seconds. Start the car and let it idle for 5 minutes without touching anything. This forces the throttle control system to clear old adaptation values and relearn proper idle speed. The reset eliminates rough idle, high idle, hesitation, and poor throttle response. It works on most cars with electronic throttle control, which includes almost everything built after 2005. Mechanics charge $150 for this 60-second procedure. Here's an even more targeted reset that doesn't mess with your radio presets. At number 18, ECU reset without touching the battery. You can reset the engine control unit without disconnecting anything using this hidden key sequence. Turn the key to on. Press the gas pedal 3 times within 10 seconds. Turn the key off. Wait 10 seconds. Then start the car normally. This procedure varies slightly by manufacturer, but the principle works across most brands. The ECU reset clears short-term fuel trim adjustments, idle speed memory, and throttle position learning without affecting your radio presets or clock settings. It's particularly useful after cleaning the throttle body, replacing air filters, or when the engine runs rough after sitting in used for weeks. Unlike the battery disconnect, this surgical reset preserves all your convenience settings while clearing engine adaptation problems that cause poor performance. Now let's tackle the most expensive problem mechanics love to milk. At number 17, transmission reset, the $2,000 money saver. Transmission problems often stem from corrupted computer learning rather than actual mechanical failure, but mechanics rarely mention this money-saving fact. The transmission control module learns your driving style and adjusts shift points. But sometimes this learning creates harsh shifting, slipping, or delayed engagement. Here's the reset. With the engine running in park, turn the key off and on 5 times within 10 seconds. Then shift through all gears slowly twice. This forces the TCM to dump adaptive values and relearn optimal shift points from scratch. You'll notice firmer shifts initially as the transmission relearns your patterns, but shifting smooths out after 20 to 30 miles of normal driving. This reset works on most automatic transmissions built after 2000 and can eliminate problems that dealers claim require $1,000 rebuilds. Those dashboard warning lights multiplying like rabbits. Here's how to make them disappear. At number 16, check engine light reset. 3 ways to clear it. The check engine light, or CL, terrorizes drivers into expensive diagnostic fees, but you can often clear it yourself using these 3 methods. Method 1. Disconnect the battery for 15 minutes. Method 2. Turn the key to on, Press brake and gas pedals simultaneously for 20 seconds. Release both. Turn key off. Wait 10 seconds then start normally. Method 3. Cycle the key from off to on 3 times, ending in the on position then start the car. These work by forcing the onboard diagnostics, or OBD, system to clear stored fault codes and reset emission monitoring systems. If the underlying problem still exists, the light returns within a few drive cycles. Use these resets to determine if problems are intermittent annoyances or persistent issues requiring actual repair before paying for expensive diagnosis. Ever feel like your windows have a mind of their own? You're not imagining things. At number 15, Power Window Reset. Stop stuck in crazy windows. Power windows use position sensors that lose calibration over time, causing windows to stick, move erratically, or reverse direction unexpectedly. The reset teaches the window control module the full range of motion for each window. Hold the window switch in the up position for 10 seconds after the window reaches the top. Then hold the down position for 10 seconds after reaching the bottom. Some cars require the door to be open during this procedure. Perform this reset on each window individually for best results. The calibration process works on most cars with auto up and auto down window features built after 2000. This simple reset eliminates problems like windows stopping mid-travel, reversing when they shouldn't, or requiring multiple button presses to operate. Dealers charge $100 per window for this 30-second procedure. Door locks cycling like they're possessed. Here's the exorcism they need. At number 14, Door Lock Reset. And the random lock cycling. Door lock actuators develop timing issues that cause locks to cycle repeatedly, fail to respond, or unlock immediately after locking. This drives people crazy and makes cars less secure. The reset synchronizes all actuators with the body control module using this sequence. With all doors closed, turn the key to on. Press the lock button. Turn key to off. Press unlock button. Turn key to on. Press lock button again. Some vehicles require the driver's door to be open during part of the sequence, so check your owner's manual for variations. This forces the BCM to relearn actuator positions and timing across all doors. The reset eliminates doors unlocking immediately after locking, single doors not responding to commands, or random lock cycling that drains your battery. It works on most power door lock systems built after 1995. Climate control acting bipolar? This reset fixes both heating and air conditioning problems. At number 13, HVAC Reset. Fix crazy climate control. The heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, or HVAC, system uses multiple sensors and actuators controlled by a dedicated computer module. When this system glitches, you get no heat in winter, no AC in summer, or air blowing from the wrong vents at wrong temperatures. Here's the fix. Turn the climate system completely off. Locate the HVAC fuse in your fuse box and remove it for 10 minutes. Then reinstall it. Start the car. Turn on climate control and let it cycle through all temperature settings and vent positions for 5 minutes without touching anything. This forces the HVAC control module to relearn actuator positions and recalibrate temperature sensors. The reset works on most automatic climate control systems and often fixes problems that dealers claim require expensive actuator or control module replacement. Your car has multiple computers. Here's how to reset the one controlling your entire interior. At number 12, Body Control Module Reset. Fix electrical gremlins. The Body Control Module, or BCM, is the computer that controls lights, windows, door locks, and other electrical accessories. When it develops glitches, you get seemingly random electrical problems that drive you insane. The reset sequence varies by manufacturer, but generally follows this pattern. Turn the key to on, turn headlights on and off 3 times. Turn hazard lights on for 10 seconds, then off. Turn key to off, wait 30 seconds, then start the car normally. This forces the BCM to clear stored fault codes and reinitialize all connected electrical systems. The reset fixes problems like interior lights staying on and draining your battery, windows not responding to switches, door locks cycling randomly, or dashboard lights flickering. It's particularly effective when you have multiple unexplained electrical issues happening simultaneously across different systems. Let's move to safety systems. Here's how to restore your most important protection. At number 11, ABS Reset. Restore life-saving brake function. The anti-lock braking system, or ABS, uses wheel speed sensors and a control module that can develop false fault codes, triggering warning lights and disabling anti-lock function when you need it most. When the ABS light stays on, you lose anti-lock capability, which dramatically increases stopping distances on wet or slippery roads. Here's the reset. Turn the key to on without starting. Press and release the brake pedal 3 times firmly. Turn key to off. Wait 10 seconds, then start the car. Some vehicles require driving at 25 miles per hour for 1 minute to complete sensor calibration. This procedure forces the ABS control module to clear fault codes and recalibrate wheel speed sensors. The reset restores anti-lock function without expensive sensor replacement, provided the sensors aren't physically damaged or the brake fluid isn't contaminated. That airbag light is back again. You're about to learn a trick most techs don't talk about. At number 10, Airbag System Reset. Clear false death warnings. The Supplemental Restraint System, or SRS, controls airbags and seatbelt pretensioners, and false warnings are surprisingly common and terrifyingly expensive to diagnose professionally. The airbag system is more sensitive due to safety requirements, but you can still reset minor glitches. Turn the key to on. Wait for the airbag light to illuminate, then turn off, usually after about 6 seconds. Immediately turn key to off. Repeat this exact cycle 3 times with precise timing. Then start the car. Some vehicles require holding the brake pedal during this sequence. This reset clears temporary communication faults in the airbag network, but won't fix actual problems like damaged sensors or corroded wiring. If the light returns immediately, you have real problems requiring professional attention. However, this reset helps distinguish between intermittent glitches and permanent faults before spending hundreds on diagnosis. At number 9, Power Steering Reset. Fix heavy and wandering steering. Modern steering assistance has its own computer brain that sometimes needs rebooting. Electric power steering, or EPS, systems replace hydraulic pumps with electric motors controlled by a dedicated computer module. When this system loses calibration, you get heavy steering, wandering, or complete power assist failure. The reset procedure recalibrates the steering position sensor and motor control. With the engine running, turn the steering wheel fully left and hold for 5 seconds, then fully right and hold for 5 seconds, then return to center and hold for 5 seconds. Turn the engine off, wait 10 seconds, then restart. This allows the EPS control module to relearn the steering wheel center position and full range of motion. The reset eliminates heavy steering at low speeds, steering wheel not returning to center after turns, or power steering warning lights. It works on most electric power steering systems found in cars built after 2010. At number 8, Adaptive Suspension Reset. Restore smooth riding. Your suspension is smarter than you think. Adaptive suspension systems use multiple sensors and control modules to automatically adjust damping and ride height based on driving conditions. These systems can lose calibration over time, causing harsh rides, uneven stance, or suspension warning lights. The reset requires a specific driving sequence to trigger system relearning. Drive at exactly 35 miles per hour for 1 mile on level road, then 55 miles per hour for 2 miles. Then park on level ground and turn off the engine for 5 minutes. This allows the suspension control module to recalibrate ride height sensors, damper position sensors, and load sensors. Some vehicles with air suspension require additional steps like manually cycling through all ride height settings using dashboard controls. The reset restores proper ride quality, eliminates suspension warning lights, and fixes problems like uneven ride height between corners or suspension stuck in one mode. At number 7, Infotainment Reset. Unfreeze your digital dashboard. Your car screen froze? Bluetooth's dead? Before smashing it, try this. Modern infotainment systems are essentially tablet computers that can freeze, crash, or develop software glitches just like any other computer. When your screen freezes, audio cuts out, or Bluetooth stops working, you need a hard reset. The procedure varies by manufacturer, but typically involves holding specific button combinations. Most common is holding power and volume down buttons simultaneously for 10 to 15 seconds until the screen goes black and reboots. Some systems use home button plus back button, while others require removing a specific fuse for 10 minutes. This forces the infotainment computer to restart and clear temporary software glitches. The reset fixes frozen screens, audio system failures, Bluetooth connectivity problems, navigation system crashes, and unresponsive touch screens. Unlike factory resets, this preserves your settings, paired devices, and stored addresses while clearing the software problems that plague modern car computers. At number 6, Fuel System Reset. Restore peak performance and economy. Your fuel system has its own computer that sometimes forgets how to do math. The fuel delivery system uses multiple sensors and computer modules to optimize fuel mixture, ignition timing, and emissions control. When these systems develop calibration errors, you get poor fuel economy, rough running, reduced power, or failed emissions tests. At number 6, Fuel System Reset. Restore peak performance and economy. The fuel system reset uses a specific driving cycle that forces all components to relearn optimal operating parameters. Start with a full fuel tank. Drive at a steady 55 miles per hour for 10 minutes without using cruise control. Then perform city driving with multiple stop-and-go cycles for 10 minutes, avoiding highway speeds. This allows the fuel control modules to recalibrate fuel trim values, oxygen sensor readings, and emission system parameters. The reset improves fuel economy by up to 15%, reduces harmful emissions, and eliminates fuel-related performance problems. It's particularly effective after fuel system cleaning, replacing fuel filters, or using different fuel octane ratings. At number 5, Anti-Theft Reset. Stop false alarms and no starts. Anti-theft systems use multiple sensors and control modules that can develop false triggers, causing random alarm activation or preventing the engine from starting even with the correct key. These problems are infuriating and often happen at the worst possible times. The reset procedure typically involves using your key to manually lock and unlock the driver's door, then starting the car within 10 seconds of unlocking. Some systems require cycling the ignition key from off to on 3 times, while others need specific button sequences on the key fob. This forces the anti-theft control module to relearn your key's unique security code and reset trigger sensitivity thresholds. The reset eliminates false alarms that annoy neighbors and drain your battery, fixes no-start conditions caused by security system confusion, and restores normal operation without expensive key reprogramming or control module replacement. At number 4, Charging System Reset. Prevent premature battery death. Modern charging systems are computer-controlled. Today's smart alternators are managed by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, which can lose calibration and overcharge or undercharge your battery, dramatically shortening its life. The charging system reset recalibrates voltage regulation and battery monitoring. With the engine off, disconnect the positive battery terminal for 30 seconds, reconnect it, then start the engine and let it idle for 10 minutes with all electrical accessories turned off. This allows the charging control system to measure actual battery condition and reset charging parameters. Turn on headlights, air conditioning, and radio for 5 minutes. Then turn everything off and idle for another 5 minutes. The reset optimizes charging voltage for your specific battery's condition and age, potentially extending battery life by years. It also fixes problems like dim headlights, slow cranking, or batteries that die prematurely despite testing good. At number 3, TPMS Reset. Clear tire pressure warnings. The Tire Pressure Monitoring System, TPMS, uses sensors in each wheel that communicate with a central control module. These sensors can lose sync with the module, causing persistent warning lights even when tire pressures are correct. The reset procedure varies by vehicle, but typically involves inflating all tires to recommended pressure, then locating the TPMS reset button, usually near the steering wheel or in the glove box, and holding it until the warning light blinks 3 times. Some vehicles require a specific driving sequence. Drive at 50 miles per hour for 10 minutes, then park and turn off the engine. Others need the ignition cycled through specific positions while pressing the reset button. This forces the TPMS control module to relearn sensor locations and pressure baselines. The reset eliminates false low-pressure warnings and ensures the system accurately monitors actual tire conditions for safety. Parking sensors going crazy? This reset stops the false beeping and flashing. At number 2, parking sensor reset. Parking sensors use ultrasonic or electromagnetic technology controlled by a dedicated computer module that can develop false triggering, causing constant beeping when nothing is there. This problem drives people insane and makes the safety system useless. The reset procedure typically involves turning the ignition to on, shifting into reverse to activate the sensors, then shifting back to park and turning off the ignition. Some systems require covering all sensors with tape, starting the car, shifting to reverse for 10 seconds, then removing the tape and cycling the ignition. This forces the parking sensor control module to recalibrate sensor sensitivity and distance measurements. The reset eliminates false alerts caused by dirty sensors, electrical interference, or calibration drift. It restores accurate distance detection and stops the annoying constant beeping that makes you want to disable the entire system. Finally, here's the reset that fixes the most modern problem. At number 1, connectivity reset. Fix your car's internet problems. Modern cars have built-in cellular modems and Wi-Fi systems that can lose connection, fail to update, or stop communicating with smartphone apps. These connectivity problems prevent remote start, vehicle tracking, software updates, and other connected features that you're probably paying monthly fees to use. The connectivity reset typically involves accessing the infotainment system settings menu and selecting factory reset for network settings only, which preserves your other preferences. Some vehicles require holding specific button combinations or removing the telematics fuse for 15 minutes. This forces the connectivity control module to re-establish cellular registration and Wi-Fi protocols. The reset fixes problems like remote start not working through smartphone apps, vehicle location services failing, over-the-air software updates not downloading, and built-in Wi-Fi hotspot connectivity issues. It restores all connected car features without requiring expensive dealer reprogramming. These 20 resets can save you thousands in unnecessary repairs and diagnostic fees. Try the battery disconnect first for mysterious problems. Then get specific with targeted resets. Share this with anyone tired of expensive dealer visits for simple computer glitches. What reset worked for your car?